Paul, was a field position issue that was going on in the first half.
Yeah.
Kind of hung up through there. I don't know, what's your kind of overall assessment of how the whole thing went?
Well, yeah, the field was tilted in the first half, beginning with the opening kickoff, and we just couldn't do anything as a football team to change that. We didn't get a turnover on the game, and to change the field position when it's playing out like that, that's what you have to get. You're not going to do it trading first downs and punting back and forth, and we failed to get that turnover. I thought our guys in the first half did a great job of managing that field position. Certainly they missed the field goal after getting down there the one time, but other than that, in the one long touchdown, we held them out of there and did not make it any worse for our offense in the process. So I was proud of the kids in 30 minutes of football and how they played and how they faced that adversity. And in the second half, we didn't respond to what we needed to do to help win the football game, and that began in the first series of the second half. We had a couple of key plays there that could have put us in third and long situations that we were having relative success in the first half at defending, and didn't get that accomplished, and she just snowballed.
Maybe your deep start DBs just haven't played too many snaps because of depth. There was injuries and stuff.
Yeah, this was the first game that there really were no substitutions that took place, and I think Drake Coley, we've missed him. We've missed his physical style of play, and we've missed his number of snaps. There's no doubt in my mind that he'll play this coming Saturday after watching him progress over the last few weeks, and even last week all the way up till game day where he got to. I'd like to see Chevin Callaway on the field a little bit more in this game as well. So I think we have the ability with some health of some guys to overcome those reps, and a lot of guys across the country are playing guys the entire length of the game and surviving that. So if that's what's asked of our guys, that's what we need to be able to step up and accomplish.
Maybe just not ready to play. You don't feel comfortable within the cornerback just yet.
He sustained a shoulder injury during practice last week and was coming off recovery of the knee and went into the week, and the knee was actually in good shape, and then he got a stinger on Tuesday and spent the rest of the week not being able to utilize that arm, and because of that just felt apprehensive.
The Fitzgerald scored a few on y'all last year, and he's doing the same stuff. What kind of effort, what do you have to do to slow him down?
He's a great football player. 800 and dang near 900 yards rushing and 1,600 plus passing. He's fast, okay, and I think people don't give him enough credit for that as he's accomplished what they know he's big, they know he's physical, they know he churns it out, but he's fast in the process too. Anytime you got to defend the quarterback run game, you're talking about an extra gap, so you got to change some things around schematically to make sure you account for that, and they're going to make sure you account for it on every single snap with what they do offensively. He provides us a great challenge, and the running backs are no slouches themselves. Even with all those yards, he's second on the team in rushing. 22 leads him with a few more yards, and he's more than capable. They've got a great scheme. They've got good players in place. We think this O-line is a very, very good offensive line, and if you allow them to, you're going to get stuck on them. If you allow their big bodies to get hands on you, you're going to have a tough time getting off and making plays.
Have you seen him progress as a passer since last season?
I think he's thrown some balls, and I just said to the staff here within the last hour, he throws some outstanding balls, some tremendous balls that he has full control of where he wants to put them. They put the big tight end out there in a flex position, and he throws a back shoulder fade, and the cornerback is upfield enough. I mean, he put the ball exactly where he wants to. I think he throws it with more consistent accuracy than he did a year ago, and I think he's fully developing as a collegiate passer.
And not being in the SEC till last year, maybe after Mississippi State, they obviously don't get mentioned like Alabama, Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, but they consistently do better than the media maybe we're just stupid, but they consistently do better than the media takes them to do.
Yeah.
Coming in the league, what do you think about their program? Have you been kind of surprised at how good they are?
No, you know, Dan and I became head coaches the same year. Matter of fact, Dan had contacted me about going there with him when I was out of work at Auburn before I got the Iowa State job, and because of that, I've followed him his entire length of time there, and he steadily built it to the point where he was #1 in the country, and no, I've had full notice of what he's accomplished there, and just done a great job of building it, and now he's in a position to sustain it. A little bit of a hiccup maybe last year, although making it to the postseason, and a lot of credit needs to be given for what they've accomplished, but they've been doing it.
Yeah, how does he, I don't know if he's always calling plays, how is he as an offensive mind, do you think, in a quarterback guru or whatever?
Well, he called the plays when we played him in the 2005 Fiesta Bowl, and I thought did a tremendous job. They had a great offense there. The guy who's Chiefs quarterback, right? Yeah, was running their team, and I thought they were very innovative at the time, and I think they are right now. They've done a great job of taking advantage of what Fitzgerald is, and they're riding that horse to very productive numbers.
Oh, so you guys go way back. You talked that.
Mm-hmm.
Scuda, just keeps putting up big tackle numbers. Is he just so consistent every week?
Yeah, I think consistency is an accurate word used to describe how he's played here in his sophomore season. He takes full advantage of the week, and that's awfully important. By that I mean, when we give him the first notes on Tuesday, and we go out and apply it on the practice field, you can see he's not there. Doesn't fully understand what we're trying to get and where all the blocks and the angles are going to come from. But by the time Saturday arrives, he understands the plan, and that's a lot of work that he's put in, both physical and mental, and it's shown in his consistent level of play.
Other than Fitzgerald, who are some other offensive players you have to key in on?
Yeah, 22, the running back that I mentioned before, who has just under 900 yards rushing as well, and he's also double digits in receiving. I think the guys I would go to next are these two tight ends, because they put them all over. They're going to line up right next to each other. They're going to line up on the line of scrimmage. They're going to line up off the line of scrimmage, but still right next to the tackle. They're going to line flexed as the widest guy on the field, or one of the guys in between, and they will target them. Both those tight ends put together have 20-some catches, and those are good numbers for a tight end in this league to defend. And the one guy is, he's 280 pounds, and very athletic at that 280 pounds as he runs down the field. The receivers, they do a great job of balancing the numbers. I mean, it's 24, it's 20, it's 18, it's 15, so you're not going to get a chance to lock in on one guy and do anything coverage-wise to try to take that guy away, or you're going to pay for it. I think they're inside guys, 23, and I think 87 maybe is the other guy. They're fast. They're athletic guys. They've put them in the backfield. They put them in situations where they try to get them lost in formations and try to hit big plays out of them. So overall, skill-wise, very, very balanced in getting their production.
Paul, it's obviously been a tough year for Brett, the Wayne's not being there, and questions about his job and that sort of thing. How do you feel like he's handled that as a guy who's been a head coach himself before?
Yeah, like a rock. Really has not deviated from our approach and staying the course. I think consistency is a big factor when you're dealing with 18, 19, 20-year-olds and what you're providing for them, and he's done that. At the same time, you got to provide that kind of leadership for a staff as well, and I think he's just done an exceptional job of doing that.
When you watch the Mississippi State Alabama tape, they had some good drives. They scored 24 points, almost scored another touchdown late. Just what do you think of their offensive performance against Alabama? Well,
I think the fact that it went right down the wire, I mean, tells you everything that you need to know about how they played in that game overall as a football team, and certainly how they played as an offense. There were a number of drives where Alabama's defense, they couldn't get off the field, and that's not common for that to take place. They had an excellent balance of run and pass, an excellent balance of running the quarterback and not running the quarterback. They had some pass stuff that kept them on edge. They did it both formationally and through play action. They had their football team ready to play, both in mindset and in the plan that they had put in front of them.